Hello everyone, good afternoon. That's another time for us to have tea. Today I'm sharing a game with everyone. A game I particularly like myself. Monophonic Pu-erh. Friends who don't like speakers, don't swipe away yet. Because of this model, because of the pine cone from this phone. It is like a melon, or rather. I think there is quite a difference between your business and some other tea that has speakers. In terms of taste, the expression of aroma and texture is quite rich. That is us. This is Fuji's Cold Luxury from 2022, so if you want this tea, give it to me. My biggest feeling is that its smell of smoke is really strong, but its overall texture, it belongs to that kind of a slightly sweet, returns sweetness quickly, and actually grows muscle very quickly. The transformation of its fragrance is very comfortable and not stiff, but very gentle. Why do you say that? Actually, if there are friends who like to drink tea with a strong accent, they should also discover it. If you go and drink some milk fragrant tea from the server, you will find that his speaker is indeed very heavy. The person you like will feel very comfortable, but its downside is that, relatively speaking, if you read drinking something newer tea, or the kind that it can tea reach yet. Regarding the Zhongqi tea, its soup is very thin. Its thickness is quite average, meaning that besides the auditory impressions and the aroma of the tea itself, it's just a light sweetness with a very thin texture. In terms of taste, it's very simple and monotonous. If you say it's not good, well, it's not bad either. After all, there are prices to consider, something right? More flavorful, and it doesn't have purely smelly aroma. It can still give you some special surprises. In that case, I think this one, Fuji's premium grade, I think you should try it out. I just brewed this long stem tea earlier. This is the second brew. The soup in the second brew is very golden yellow. Let me first talk about its taste, and then I'll show everyone its tea base. If it is about the texture, then it is what you enter. When you do enter, you will be able to notice it clearly. I feel like it is a rural speaker. But when you drink it, you will find that its tea soup also has smoke. The smell of smoke is inside, but that smell of smoke will be immediately covered up by the valley bottom underneath. But these two flavors, they both scatter particularly quickly. Then the next thing to say is one of his replies. Then birth scriptures. Yes, and then the following words will slowly come out with a unique floral fragrance inside. His tea soup, if you wait a little longer, you will find that your mouth is full of sweetness. Including this, after you enter the air, its reaction to the sensation is very rapid. Yes, so this tea item is. I especially recommend that everyone give it a try, even if you don't like the smoky flavor of tea. I think this one is also worth giving a try, because well, it's one floral scent. It can be said that the speaker has been integrated, but actually, it is a change in its overall appearance. It is the change from the speaker to the fragrance of flowers. It is not that kind of sudden disconnect. But it is very soft, making you not feel it. But it is the kind that has already changed in texture, very soft and very comfortable, making it hard for you to notice. So, I think this one is one of its better aspects, a point that has been made quite well. Because I have also drunk some before. Some tea that leaves an impression, huh? It might be due to its price, or it could be that the price is very different, or it could be that the brand's craftsmanship is different. It means if you say you want to find a way. It has a particularly rich texture. If there is tea from a smoke box, I think it is relatively more difficult. Because it has the aroma of smoke, it means it is a type of Chinese tea, and it also means it's Smoky Mountain. It will cover up its other tea aroma, so in this case, he can make one of his sounds. The fragrance is sweet, and there are also some floral scents, but they all blend so well. I think it is a relatively difficult point. Yes, and then you can take a look at the color of the tea soup in his second dish. It is very clean, just that it doesn't have that kind of murky feeling at all, the ones below. I put a little bit of tea in the crushed ink, to brew it, that is why it is there. The tea soup itself is very clean. Then I'll show everyone the base check now. Regarding this tea, actually, if you re serious, if you say you re not going to drink it, then you are you. I guess you read completely right. He has no interest at all, mainly because his impression is really too strong. It is just that you guys do tea. It is very heavy. Alright, let me show you this tea base first. Your tea base? Take a look at this, it's the tea. Actually, you can see that its leaf is very thick and strong. And there are quite a few silver peaches in it as well. So its usage amount is quite good. I looked at what he wrote. It's from an evergreen tree, specifically a spring harvest. So, in terms of taste, I think it's quite reliable. Because Jin is one of my favorite brands, so if it is like his tea, I usually just close my eyes and use it whenever I'm interested. Yes, basically it is very difficult for you to make mistakes because of it, whether it is an entry-level product, or rather some of its high-end lines. It is all pretty good, and its cost-effectiveness, for example, is quite high for a type of tea. Let us summarize the last part, just like this kind of tea with an euphemism, I think. Very suitable for those who want to go. It is just that you want to drink some tea oil from a tea with a very rich taste, even if you don't like the sound. I think he will also make you slowly fall in love with one of his. Affects its taste. If that is said to be used as a regular adjustment. The taste of this tea is popular. I think it's quite suitable as well. As long as his, like you just mentioned many times, the flavor performance is indeed very good.